Once upon a
time, Emperor Hung the 18th had a beautiful daughter.
time, Emperor Hung Vong the 18th had a beautiful daughter. Her name is Min.
Her name is Minua.
Her beauty was so renowned
Her beauty was so renowned that many royal suitors from foreign lands came to ask the emperor for her hand.
Many royal suitors from foreign lands came to ask the emperor for her hand. However,
he could not find anyone that was worthy for his daughter.
he could not find anyone that was worthy for his daughter. One day, two strangers
came to see the king. They both proposed to marry the princess.
came to see the king. They both proposed to marry the princess. One was Sun Tin,
One was Tin, the god of the mountain, who raged when the heat of Tanwan Mountain and covered all creatures about.
the god of the mountain, who reigned on the height of Tan Vien Mountain and governed all creatures above. The
other was Thủy Ting, the god of the ocean. He governed all living creature below sea level.
was Tui Tin, god of the ocean, and he governed all living creatures below sea level. The king asked these two men
to present their power and talents.
present their power and talents. The god of the ocean immediately
The god of the ocean immediately waved his hand, and the wind started blowing.
waved his hands and the wind started blowing. He spoke a mantra,
and the rain started falling heavily.
and the rain started falling heavily. He kept waving his hands,
And the sea level rose.
and the sea level rose. Everyone was afraid, except for the god of the mountain. He asked the king to present his power. He waved his hand and many trees grew up quickly and made a big forest
soon.
He whispered a mantra and many
many mountains and hills
sprouted up. He kept waving his hands and all the hills and mountains started
and all the hills and mountains started
to move. The king could not decide which one would be his son-in-law, because both suitors arrived at the
same time and were
equally handsome and powerful. He then announced that
in the following morning, whoever showed up to court the earliest with the wedding present will marry the princess.
the following morning whoever showed up to court the earliest with the wedding present will marry the princess. Wedding presents include
presents include 100 pots of glutinous rice and 100 bánh square rice cakes.
100 pots of glutinous rice and 100 bánh chung, square rice cakes, a 9-tusked elephant,
a 9-tusked elephant, a 9-spur cock, a 9-color hair horse.
a 9-spur cock, a 9-color hair horse. The two gods hurried back into
their world to make
preparations. The following day, just in the
early morning, Sun Ting
Early morning, Sun Tin brought all these presents to Mary Mi Nun. Tui Tin brought the best.
Tui Tin bought the most exquisite pearls and jewelers, the best seafood, and the best diamonds, and the most precious stones to the cart.
Pearls and jewelry, the most exquisite seafood, the best diamonds and the most precious stones to the court. However, he came later, could not get married, he got angry and brought troops to get
Mi
Nun back. Sun Tin did not flinch.
Sun Tin did not flinch. He used his miracles to pick up hills, move mountains.
He used his miracles to pick up hills, move mountains, and build land to prevent floods. The two sides fought for several months. And to prevent floods. The two sides
fought for several months. In the end, Sun Tin was still steady, and Tui Tin was exhausted, and he had to withdraw his troop.
Tin was still steady and Tui Tin was exhausted, and he had to withdraw his troops. However, Tui Tin could
not give up the idea of taking the princess back for himself.
So, every
year, Tui Tin raises the water and gathers storm up to the mountain top where Sun Tin and
Tui Tin raises the water and gathers storms up to the mountain top where Sun Tin and Mi Nun are living. However, he never wins the war.
Goodbye, teacher.